changed my mind.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things censored on Disney+.
Huh? What? I didn't do anything. Somebody's throwing stuff.
Put him in with the big white guy who thinks he's the little black guy.
For this list, we'll be ranking the instances where Disney Plus made changes to their content, for the children. We'll be including originals as well as outside content that's now in Disney's library. While we will consider changes made prior to the media appearing on Disney Plus, we'll be omitting instances of random missing episodes or legal tangling with musical rights. Before we get started, let us know what you're currently watching on Disney Plus in the comments below. Number 10, Horseplay, Bluey. We open our list with a question. What could a program geared towards toddlers possibly have content-wise that could warrant censoring? Would you believe poop? Yep.
That was disgusting. Yeah.
There's a scene in the first season episode Markets that features a horse doing his business after being pet by a group of kids. On Disney Plus, the scene now only shows the horse wagging his tail.
Goodbye, Buttermilk. You're so beautiful.
Elsewhere, there was also the temporary removal of 2 episodes titled Teasing and Flat Pack.
You are!
What? Since when?
We changed your name.
You can't change my name.
Parental pressure and complaints led to it being excluded in the series run on Disney+. Number 9, No Thank You for Smoking, The Muppet Christmas Carol. The removal and censoring of tobacco imagery is something comparatively recent in the world of movies and television. It was never a big deal for protagonists to be seen smoking in the past, but today's entertainment requires a warning advisory if that sort of content is included.
Well now, let's see.
The Muppet Christmas Carol, available on Disney+, no longer includes the street choir conductors smoking a cigarette, with the offending nicotine stick having since been digitally removed.
Christmas morning!
Any Jim Henson fans wishing to see the unedited image should either check the recent Blu-ray version of the film or dig out their old VHS.
Humbug.
Number 8. Accidental adult content. The Santa Claus. Intentional or not, this line from the Santa Claus was the reason for a lot of concern from parents back in the 90s.
What are you talking about?
Why, you ask? Well, a seemingly harmless joke about an adult entertainment phone line accidentally used a real number in the script, leading curious kids to call the number and, well, you get the idea.
Here's Neil's mom's number in case.
1-800-SPANK-ME. I know that number.
And a Merry Christmas to you too.
Parents were not happy, and the scene was edited on both home video and Disney+. It's still there, but the characters don't reference the number at all anymore, and the scene goes on as if the joke never existed.
You don't want kids running around using their imaginations.
Number 7. Don't try this at home. Lilo and Stitch. Ask any child of the 80s which episode of Punky Brewster they remember, and the odds are pretty good that they'll reference that one time Cherry Johnson got locked in an old refrigerator.
75, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85.
Maybe this explains the inspiration for 2002's Lilo and Stitch, where Lilo originally chooses a dryer for her hiding place. The version on Disney Plus has since been changed in quite possibly the weirdest way. The dryer was turned into a cupboard of sorts, with the top of a pizza box acting as the dryer's door. This was presumably changed so that kids wouldn't get the idea to try this stunt themselves. Or, they could just go back and watch some Punky instead. Number 6. Pick a change, any change. The Simpsons. There have actually been a bunch of changes made to The Simpsons on Disney+, with some episodes having gone missing altogether. Specifically, the famous episode that featured the King of Pop, Michael Jackson, as a guest star is gone, perhaps due to the controversy behind the documentary Leaving Neverland.
Joe's crematorium. You kill him, we grill him.
Hello? Who is this?
I'm Bart Simpson. Who the hell are you?
I'm Michael Jackson.
The Michael Jackson? Pfft, no way.
A joke at the Catholic Church's expense in the episode Sunday, Cruddy Sunday now omits the word Catholic altogether, opting for the use of just the word church.
The Catholic Church. We've made a few changes.
These Super Bowl commercials are weird.
Also, the episode Gorgeous Grandpa leaves out the Harlem Shake parody during the opening couch gag. We're not too sure what that's about though. Maybe they figured we wouldn't remember what it was? Leave your theories in the comments.
Do the Homer shake.
Number 5. No joking matter. That's So Raven. Some of the edits in this list have been pretty silly or funny, but there's nothing humorous about the implications behind this joke.
If anyone present has any objection to this...
Yeah, I do.
Honey, the I do's don't come until later.
There's a reference to R. Kelly made during the episode There Goes the Bride, when Raven says she's 15 to a crowd who believes she's getting married to an older man.
I love your son. Oh, no, y'all don't understand. I'm only 15.
The joke was taken out when That's So Raven migrated to Disney+. The episode Driving Miss Lazy also features a loud conversation where some viewers claim to have heard Raven drop a disparaging racial remark.
Oh, we gotta gas.
Out of gas? Eddie?
Don't edit me. It's not my fault.
You gotta put gas in the car. That's what makes it go.
Well, you the one that can see the future. How come you couldn't see us running out of gas?
I don't know why you want to put my space.
The episode has since been edited with the conversation mixed so that no real dialogue can be discerned. Number 4. No butts allowed. Splash. Disney is a family-friendly company. We all know this. We also know, however, that the company experimented with some awesome, more PG-rated fare back in the 70s and 80s, such as The Black Hole, Midnight Madness, and The Black Cauldron.
You did come for the Black Cauldron, didn't you? Good. Then climbing? It will only cost you your life.
However, this doesn't mean that Disney Plus is about to allow nudity on their watch, however brief. If you're thinking of the movie Splash, you'd be right on. The version on the streaming service has added a mound of what we can assume is CGI hair, or fur as one Twitter user puts it, to Daryl Hannah's nude behind. Is this computer-generated cover-up distracting? Why yes it is. In fact, it seems to draw more attention to Hannah's body than if it had just been left unedited. Number 3. An 80s PG-13 by another name is Rated R. Adventures in Babysitting. The 80s were a different time. We've already made mention of changing social norms, how they affect censorship, and what's considered acceptable with regards to film ratings.
I've got the babysitting blues. Babysitting blues.
The 80s classic Adventures in Babysitting was rated PG-13, which means that it was technically allowed one F-bomb. But don't go looking for that iconic line on the Disney Plus cut.
Watch your mouth. You big city scum sucker.
Instead, Elizabeth Shue says something about not fooling with the babysitter, which is just lame if you ask us. Incidentally, a homophobic remark early on in the film was changed to the word weirdo, but this edit goes way back to when the film was originally shown on television.
No. Take back what you said about Thor! Take it back, Brad! Take back what you said about Thor!
Obviously, it's also been kept that way for the streaming platform. Number 2. Casting couch credits. Toy Story 2. If you were a parent who stayed for the credits of Toy Story 2 when it was first released in theaters, you may have been surprised by the crassness of a particular end credit scene.
I am so sorry.
It made an implicit reference to the endemic Hollywood practice of aspiring actors and actresses being pressured into doing favors in exchange for a role.
I'm sorry, are we back?
There's nothing funny about it, which perhaps explains why this joke was cut on later versions of Toy Story 2. During the original credits, Sneaky Pete insinuates that he can get a pair of Barbie dolls roles in Toy Story 3, presumably for something in return.
Yes, anytime you'd like some tips on acting, I'd be glad to chat with you.
We get dark humor, but this is definitely pretty skeezy, especially for a movie aimed at kids. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Clock cleaners. He said duck you, right? Right? Knick-knack. A bust reduction for an inanimate object. A Goofy movie. A little ditty about Max and Roxanne. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. A history of edits. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? A whole lot has been edited from the original run of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. For starters, Baby Herman raising his middle finger has been removed.
I'll be in my trailer, taking a nap. Excuse me, Toots.
And by this, we mean it was digitally painted over. Remember animated icon Betty Boop and her revealing dress slip over at the Ink and Paint Club?
What's with him?
Mr. Acme never misses a night when Jessica performs.
Got a thing for rabbits, eh?
Thankfully, saved from prying eyes. Then there's that infamous underwear reveal when Jessica Rabbit takes a tumble out of Benny the Cab. That's also been made more kid-friendly on Disney+. In actuality, all of these changes were from before streaming platforms, meaning that you're gonna have to treasure those old Laserdiscs, VHS tapes, or simply your memories if you're on the hunt for an unedited version of this classic. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.